The Global Alliance on Climate Smart Agriculture was launched in New York. It's a huge group of different stakeholders, companies, country governments, major NGOs, research organizations. So what is climate smart agriculture? One element of climate smart agriculture is building resilience. And this alliance has quite an ambitious target. It's going to reach, or it's going to try and reach, 500 million farmers by 2030. So where does this number come from, this 500 million? So this is what we published a report on it this morning. And essentially the report looks at two things. How many farmers are there in the world, and how many are there likely to be by 2030, and how many of those farmers can we actually reach through our research and extension and information. So we come up with the number 500 million should be the target, and we've done that through looking at the numbers of farmers there are now and projecting it into the future with population growth, and then also thinking about how many farmers you can actually reach in terms of getting information to the farmers. So when I put this number to my son, and my 17-year-old son, and told him that we have to reach 500 million, and I said, oh, that looks like a really difficult job, he said, don't be silly, Dad. McDonald's reaches 63 million customers a day, so therefore 500 million in 15 years' time is not a problem. But to be serious, I mean, can we actually reach 500 million in only 15 years? And I think the same paper that we published looks at those sorts of issues, and I think it really is possible. So we have to work with the big insurance company in India, for example, is already reaching 40 million farmers. So how can we improve the lot of those 40 million farmers? Just in the last 18 months, Nigeria has registered 14 million farmers on cell phones. And the next step for those farmers is to get them insurance and to get them seasonal weather forecasts and information about climate smart practices. So I think there's a lot of examples like that where you can see that we can reach the numbers. If you look at, so a crucial piece of this is cell phones, and if you look at the cell phone coverage in Africa, for example, it's just going through the roof. It's rising amazingly. Our study sites, we're already getting 60% of farmers are having access to cell phones. So my prediction would be that in a decade, all farmers in Africa will have access to smartphones. And those are going to be the key to the information that needs to drive change. There's also really interesting creative ways of getting to farmers. There's a fantastic program in Kenya. It's a reality TV program. It's a farm makeover program. So just like these programs you see about making over your house and those sorts of things, you make over your farm. And what we're doing as a research organization, we're supplying the science behind climate smart agriculture to the TV producers, who then get the weekly program out. 7 million people watch the program. It's one of the most watched programs in Kenya, and 60% of the viewers are now in the rural areas. So it just shows you that even TV is getting into the rural areas, into remote areas. So the report is all about reaching this 500 million farmers, and we're optimistic that it's achievable. Thanks.